Hi everybody, Hannah, your relationship mastery mentor. I'm sorry I'm a little late. I said go live in 5 and got down here. Set myself up by the pool. It's just you and me here today. Can you believe it? And I didn't have my phone. So I had to run back and get it. I'm here now. I hope people will jump on if you can. If not, I hope you enjoy, comment, share, and join my Facebook group. I asked a bunch of you again this morning to please go over and like my business page, so I appreciate that. And if you did, click Learn More and join the group. I just did, I think, a really nice post as an Erev Shabbos gift to the women in there. Anyway, today, hey Heather, Ayala, hi. Today I want to talk about clutter, and this is for all the single women out there. It really is. Now, if you're married, and if it's good, and even if it's bad, this is for you too. Because if it's good, I want you to bring in more. Intimacy, flow, fun. If it's bad, let's get it better. And if you're single, ladies, stick with me because this is a blast. I've done everything I'm going to tell you to do. Ooh, I have my notes here, 1 minute. So, you know, I talk a lot that I'm all about energy, right? I love energy because once you get that gook out of your solar plexus, that 2 inches above your stomach, or that brick on your chest, once that goes away, oh my God, the energy just flows, you flow. If you want to have a blast, really a blast, go to 24hourshappy.com. It's just a stream for 24 hours of Pharrell Williams, that happy dance, happy song that he did a couple years ago. There's a time months ago that I just played that, streamed it, and you can't sit still with that. And to shift energy, you've got to do something. Okay. So I once listened to a woman that if you're single, you've got to create the energy to. Remember I've said that if you ask God for something, you have to then be willing to allow and receive it, right? That split energy. I still have to do a video on that. Anyway, she was talking to single women. I was on the webinar, and she said, ladies, you know, if you want to bring a relationship into your life, there are things you can do in your bedroom to make that happen. So she talked about clearing clutter. And I mean, this is important in your bedroom, your living room, and your workspace. But for the bedroom, this is how it went. Clear anything out from under your bed. Especially if it seems to be a place where people keep the extra dining room table leaf. Mine was under the bed. Okay, clear anything out from under your bed. You want clear energy, right? Single women, if it's possible, you should sleep on a queen-size bed or bigger. You want room for the guy, right? If you want a guy, you got to make space for it. You should have nothing behind your bedroom door because things enter from the door, and you want that space to be as wide open as it possibly can. And she said especially old newspapers, magazines. That's where I was storing old Hamodiats. They're gone. Then she said, set your room up to have, right, I'm single, so it would be natural to have 1 night table, 1 lamp, 1 box of tissues. She said, buy 2. Have a night table on both sides, right? If you're going to bring a guy in, he needs some drawers. Have 2 lamps, because if you're going to bring a guy in, he wants to read in bed too. So I now have in my bedroom, I always had a queen-size bed. I have 2 nightstands. When I moved here and went shopping, I did it according to this. I have 2 lamps. I have 2 boxes of tissues, and there's 2 water bottles. And I've gotten to a place today where if I'm doing anything in bed, I sit on his side of the bed and I sleep on my side of the bed. Okay. Then she said, in the nightstand, don't keep in there old love letters from the ex, old cards that the ex has sent you. You know, anything that's got energy to back then. So what was in my nightstand? I have a folder, and it had all of our birth certificates, my boys and I. It had my marriage certificate, my divorce papers. That got removed immediately. I have them. They're not in my bedroom. So you get in, like a single woman alone on a bench in your bedroom. Don't hang single women things around you. And then she said, I'm going to share this. Then she said, when you get in bed at night, if you want to draw in a relationship, now this was years ago, when you get in bed, twist the wedding ring that you're calling in, right? And one night, I got in bed, and she said, and say goodnight to the guy, the new guy. Well, there was no new guy, right? There still isn't. But she said, play with your wedding ring. And I'm sitting there playing with my wedding ring, and all of a sudden I hit the pillow next to me and said, goodnight, George. I burst out laughing. You can be sitting there, I know some of you were sitting there saying, Hannah, really? Seriously? How many years ago was that, and you still don't have a guy? You're right, but you know what I have? I went to sleep in a much better energy, having fun and laughed at myself. My room has got definite clear energy in it. I love it. I love my bedroom. It's a sanctuary. By the way, the men have their man cave and the women have sanctuary, and it's usually the bedroom. That's your space. Even if you're married, it's your space. Because you're in there to receive, right? Even with the husband, this is where he comes and you receive. He comes into you. So, ladies, you know what? Don't believe me, just do it and then tell me how you feel. Stop being cynical. Too many single women are cynical. I'm telling you, if nothing else, have some fun. Get the groove back, right? So, that's clear the clutter. There's two other things I want to tell you. I was in the grocery store the other day, and I saw a woman in line, and she was a complete wreck of a mess. I don't think her hair had been combed in a week. Here's what I want to say. Ladies, when you get up, start your day. Brush your hair. Even if you cover it, brush it. Get the tangles out. Don't untangle your life. And make your bed. Studies show that for people that make their beds in the morning, straighten out the blankets, fluff the pillows, they receive more positivity in their day. Do you brush your hair? Do you make your bed? Are you going to clear your clutter? Let's do it. Just do it. I'm not asking you to shift your life and make, what's your passion? I'm not going there. Okay, the other thing I want to talk about is disconnect. And this morning I was having my coffee on my balcony, and two things came to my mind. I don't know how long this is going. My son got married, and I was 40 pounds heavier. A year ago, this past January, on his first-year anniversary, just prior, their little girl, my granddaughter, Ayala, was born. And it was my first visit back since his wedding, 40 pounds thinner. So as you can imagine, everybody freaked. I never share that I'm on a diet, I just, I'm quiet. Okay. Until I started doing these video lives. So everybody was, oh my God, Hannah, you look so amazing. How'd you lose weight? What'd you do? So those that I felt were more serious, they said, what did you do? How did you do this? So I sell healthcare products, right, that are for weight loss and detox, and they're amazing products. So I said, I have a coffee, a tea, and a liquid vitamin. Tell me about it. Like, what is it? Blah, blah, coffee, blah, tea, blah, liquid vitamin, blah, blah, blah. Okay. They look me up and down and they say, Hannah, does it really work? Do you know that it got to a point that I said to someone, you know what? I'll send you a before and after picture. People, I was standing in front of you, 40 pounds thinner, and you want to know if it really works. Okay. Now this was Rosh Chodesh Shvat. I was meeting two very dear friends for lunch in Shari Chesed, a beautiful area of Jerusalem. And when I couldn't get there before 12. And when I got there at the restaurant, all of Shari Chesed was just full of women. So I said to my friends, what's going on? Why is everybody in Shari Chesed? Every Monday morning, Yemima Mizrahi, a beautiful, wonderful, huge Torah teacher in Israel. She travels the world. She's very into self-care for women. They told me they had gone to the class at 10 o'clock and they were so excited. I said, what was it about? She said, you know, even if you don't have money, and many of you don't, and life is hard, get dressed, put your purse on your shoulder, get out of the house, go window shopping, do something for yourself, go to a garden, go to a park, buy a coffee. Her thing was, Shvat is about change, do something different, shift it. Shvat is a Jewish month, and Rosh Chodesh is the beginning of a Jewish month. Everybody was so excited, and for that next 3 or 4 days, all I heard from people was, oh, too bad you missed Yemima Mizrahi's talk. Women have to get out, and da-da-da. 10 days later, I decided I'm going to do a little survey. And I bumped into women, and I said, you remember you told me about Yemima's talk, so did you get out of the house? I asked 5 or 6 women. Each one, are you kidding? My kids have been sick. I couldn't, there's no way. I had to work overtime at my job. I've been fighting with my husband all week. Not one woman did what Yemima Mizrahi said. So here we are, excited, hearing words, and not shifting a thing. Right? That's a major disconnect. And that's your nervous system telling you, we're all good, as long as you just listen to Hannah and don't go clear that clutter or get a second nightstand or take out what's behind the door, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. And there are some of you probably got a knot in your stomach. You know, what she's saying makes sense, but what if it really does bring me my guy? Ladies, just have some fun with yourselves. Change the thinking, get clear vision. I'm giving you such easy things to do. Just do one. That day when I heard that webinar, I was all over it. Schlepping out the leaf under my table, throwing out the newspapers behind my door. Incredible. Have fun with yourself. You might like your day better. Share the video, comment, join my Facebook group. This is Hannah Gilman, your Relationship Mastery Mentor. Video 28, heading to video 29 tomorrow. I can't believe it. Thank you all for listening. You're amazing. I love you, beautiful women. See you tomorrow. Bye.